Welcome back to DaveStation on the Chorizo Machine. This time around, we're going to be taking a look at some PS1 demo discs. And I say we because the main man himself, Mike, is with me. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good, mate. It's weird sitting on the other side, having you doing the introduction. That was a fantastic intro, by the way. Yeah, I can't wait, mate, for this. So, what's going on here?
We are currently looking at the very first Demo 1 disc that came in the first PlayStation package here in the UK.
Is this the one that we would have had without PlayStations?
So, not the ones that you and I had, that comes later. This is the very, very first one. So anybody that bought their PS1 launch day back in 1995 would have had this. So you can see we've got some lovely options here. The tech demos wowed people. Let me just quickly go in here so I can show you. You've got the Dino and you've got the, I think that's a Manta.
The Manta Ray. I remember this.
So let's just have a quick look at this, because at the time, this was super impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. This is going to bring back so many memories.
So D1, and then if memory serves, yes, here we go. Wow.
I had this disc somehow, Dave.
You had this one? Okay.
I think I borrowed it off someone, or I've seen this footage on YouTube somewhere. I don't know, but I remember this because it used to creep me out. I'm sure I was a younger person, though, when I saw all this.
Yeah, quite possibly. I borrowed a demo disc which had this on, so yeah, that's how I remember it.
That's what I was getting at. I'm pretty sure I had this in my PlayStation at some point, but it wasn't mine. I didn't own it. And I didn't steal it, guys, if that's what you're thinking.
But under preview, we've got some videos of some of the games that would have been up and coming or had just come out on the PlayStation. We won't bore you with these because you want to see some games. So, if we jump into games, just quickly though, VCD, if I remember correctly, this is a visual CD player. So, you could put in a music CD and you get visual effects. Do you remember seeing that before?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do remember that.
Let's go into the games. So, the very first version of Demo 1, this is what it had on it, Mike.
Oh, wow.
A few games. Destruction Derby.
Check out Wipeout.
Let's go for it. So Wipeout, here we go.
Because this is the first Wipeout, isn't it? Before 2097.
Yeah, this is the very first Wipeout. I think, and people can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, Wipeout for us here in the UK and in Europe was a launch title for the PlayStation.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Psygnosis 1995. You'll have to excuse the loading time, guys. There's not a huge amount we can do because it's the PlayStation. That's how it was.
Yeah, and I won't edit the loading, guys, because we'll keep it authentic. This is what it would have been like, sitting in your bedrooms back in the day, waiting for these to load. I mean, this felt like pretty quick loading to me, because we were used to going through discs on the Amiga, and before that, obviously, the tapes on the Spectrum. Look at this.
Here we go. The first stage from Wipeout, and a lovely soundtrack in the background. Now, Mike, as a warning, you may have to mute the audio because it's a licensed soundtrack on this.
Yeah, I thought it would be. It's not a problem.
Yeah, so yeah, Wipeout. This is the first one, the first level. The music's kicking off in the background. So
you see, I've never played this, mate. I've played 2097. It was one of the first games I bought, but I've never played the original.
Okay, that's interesting. I played the first one via the demo disc, actually. So yes, when I borrowed it. And I played 2097 first because that was on the demo disc that you and I both had, as we discovered. Yeah. So what are your memories with Demo 1, and particularly first getting your PlayStation and unboxing
it? Just how, like, ahead of its game, or ahead of its time. Ahead of the game is what I'm supposed to mean there.
Yeah.
With just the whole visuals and the polygons. And to me, it was like nothing I'd experienced ever before. It was just something else. It was incredible. I still got very good memories with the PS1, mate, as you know, and to try all these demos of stuff before buying was so cool.
It was, yeah, and it took that concept of demo discs further than we'd ever had it, because you and I were both used to, cover discs, like from the Amiga magazine, the Commodore tapes. So to have a CD with so many demos on it, and videos as well, was super impressive.
It was, mate, because we went through a generation of cartridge-based, like, in your case, the Mega Drive. You were just playing that. I was playing a lot of SNES. We didn't get demos.
No, we didn't. Absolutely.
Just didn't get demos at all. We had to go off reviews in magazines, and sometimes a game might get a good review, but I wouldn't like it.
No, same as. Or we'd have to rely on VHS cassettes, because some magazines would give you a VHS tape with lots of video footage of upcoming games. I remember that too. So, Destruction Derby, yeah, you know Destruction Derby, Total NBA, Loaded. Now, we've actually covered Loaded on this channel.
We have.
It was a really awesome game. So that's one to check out. Battle Arena Toshinden, oh god. Yeah, this wasn't very good. This was not a particularly good fighting game by any stretch of the imagination. So, that was it. That was the very first Demo 1. I think we should move on to the second version of Demo 1. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So, this might look exactly the same, but trust me, this is Demo 1 version 2, so it would have been shortly after release, another PlayStation package would have been released, and you'd have had another Demo 1 disc. We'll just quickly touch upon tech. I have a feeling it's going to be the same.
Yeah, I was going to ask, will it be the same deal with the tech?
Let's have a look at previews just quickly. Rapid Reload, Twisted Metal, I think they were not, and Crazy Ivan, they were not on the disc we had before, so...
And you've got something Riggs as well. I don't think that was on the other one.
Let's have a quick look. This is just going to be a video. What was that? Assault Rigs.
Assault Rigs.
Yeah.
Not Big Rigs.
VCD's the same. Games. Now, if memory serves, there's some additional games, which there is.
Yes.
Jumping Flash, Nova Storm, ESPN Extreme Games. That was on there as well. And then the games that you had. Some of the games you had from the first disc. So, Destruction Derby still here, Wipeout and Battle Arena's here. Total NBA. Which ones do you want to check out?
Let's have a look at the terrible... I'm not going to try and say it. Battle Arena Toshinden. There you go, I've said it.
Let's go for it. So here comes Battle Arena Toshinden. It's a quick
Start and select together. Look at that. That's memories.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that? What's happened?
Was that an emulator glitch? Here we go.
Maybe.
Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents. That brings back memories.
Look at this. We can both play.
I think we can, yeah. Does it let us do that? Yes, it does. Can you move with the D-pad? You can.
I can. There we go. So I'm going to go as Foe. I remember this game. I've played this game. I've played quite a lot of this game.
Oh, what did you think of it?
Guilty pleasure, mate, of mine. It was a guilty pleasure. I don't think it's a good game, but I played too much of it.
For me, this game was obviously quite impressive at the time because it was a 3D fighter on the PlayStation early doors. But it's so clunky to control the characters.
Yeah, they kind of float about as well. And when you pull it side by side with Tekken, it's just no comparison.
Totally agree. Completely agree. Tekken is much more fluid. The special moves make more sense. On this, they don't make a lot of sense at all. And it's just so cumbersome to play.
Look at this move. Oh, man. But again, this was a fantastic entry into these games to get a taste before you went out and spent 30, 35, 40 quid sometimes PS1 games cost here in the UK. You'd know whether to waste your money or not, basically. I mean, this was a borrow job for me. I borrowed it from a friend who bought every game, but I think that's enough of that game, mate.
I think so too. Do you want to check out any other games on Demo 1 version 2, or should we jump ahead to Demo 1 version 3?
Yeah, let's get to version 3.
So, different music, different introduction. This is a different version. This is Demo 1 version 3. Now, let's have a look at this one. I love the graphics on this one. I think it looks better than the first couple of demo ones we took a look at.
Same.
Similar
I like
deal.
The music as well.
You've got tech. Let's have a look at the tech.
Go down to Manta Ray, man. Let's have a look at him.
Let's do the Manta Ray.
Because this is what everyone's clicked on the video for, just to see this Manta Ray.
Also, did you like that transition effect of the menu blocking away?
I did,
that brings back so many memories, that does. Here we go. So this is the Manta Ray.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, this is just... I loved this. So many memories. I definitely had this disc somehow, but just having this on in the background, it was just... It was cool as hell, because I didn't own a particularly powerful PC. Well, I didn't own a PC. So to have stuff like this that you could kind of mess around with, because you control the Manta Ray, don't you?
I think you can press some buttons to control it, yeah. So I'm pressing X and making it sort of fold back on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can press triangle to make it go the other way. I can press square to rotate that way and circle to rotate that way. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a really cool tech demo that shows you sort of capabilities of the system to a degree.
Spot on.
It's really, really good. So, if we come back out, because we've got to check out the games. As well as the movies.
All about the games.
As well as the movies, because memory serves me correctly, there's actual movies that were coming out or had just come out that are being featured on this disc, if memory serves. Let's have a quick look. So, if we go to movies just quick, let's have a look. Yeah, look, The Net.
This was it. Sandra Bullock film, The Net.
That's right. Obviously, we can't do that because of copyright, because it will show enough of the film probably to get us into trouble. But yes, I remember that film, and as a kid, I was a super nerd. I loved it.
Same, I did as well.
Yeah. So here's the games. So look, Descent, we've covered that on the channel. Back to a Golf, we've covered that.
Yes.
Alien Trilogy, we haven't covered that. Tekken 2, we haven't got to that yet. Ridge Racer Revolution, likewise. Battle Arena Toshinden 2. And Power Soccer, which we have covered on the channel. So which one of those would you like to take a look at? Or more? It's up to you.
Go for RRR, Ridge Racer.
RRR, here we go. And yes, this is the first time that I played Ridge Racer Revolution was on a demo disc.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I've played this Ridge Racer. I will remember straight away.
You will.
Is this your favourite? No, this isn't your favourite Ridge Racer, is it? Oh, I loved this.
It is my favourite.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, there we go.
So cool.
Something I could never do as a kid was complete that game, but I can now. It's strange what you can do as an adult, isn't it?
Yeah, Gallagher's a cool game as well.
Absolutely love it. Here we go. So, I'll choose Mike's camera view, because as we discussed in the Ridge Racer video that we did, Mike likes this camera. I generally drive with this camera, but I'm going to give Mike a treat this time.
Yeah, the reason I love this camera is just because I like to see the car and stuff. I thought the car models in this, they still do look really good. And you are right, though. Going in the other view, it feels faster.
It does, yeah. It really does. And could you see the rear view mirror? That was actually not in the first Ridge Racer game, which made racing the boss cars in particular, or the boss car, a lot harder because you didn't know where they were. In this game, it makes it easier because you can see them coming up behind you. So you know which way to sort of turn to block them off.
Yeah, you can see them when they're coming up the rear.
Yeah.
It's not a euphemism, guys, I promise.
Oh, man, but
this game has aged like a fine wine, hasn't it?
I absolutely love it. And I'm going to say it, I've said it in other videos that we've done. Namco, please give us a Ridge Racer remastered collection on the PS5 and Series X. Please.
I just don't understand their thinking. Why haven't we got one? And this is arcade racing at its very, very best on the home consoles. So, give us more Ridge Racer.
Could you imagine taking that online with 11 other racers as well? That would be awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't be particularly difficult for the developers to get to grips with either, would it? That kind of game.
Be very, very straightforward, I'd imagine. Just porting that across. I've even thought about giving it a go myself with Unreal Engine 5 if I could ever learn how to code.
Yeah. Can you imagine that in Unreal Engine 5?
Would be amazing. So, is there anything else you want to look at, or should we move on to Demo 1 version 4?
Scroll left.
Okay.
This. Just a really quick look at Alien Trilogy, because I don't know if it's the Alien game I'm thinking of or not, which was... Is it going to be a Die Hard deal, like on PS1, where you got 3 different styles of game all in one package? I can't remember this.
No, this one is just a shmup, essentially. So you'll see exactly what I mean when it loads. Yeah.
Is it a first-person shooter or a shmup?
It's a first-person shooter. And it's also a very good one. I actually did like this game and had it back in the day and played it quite a lot.
Yeah. Well,
so here we go.
Yes. Yeah. It is what I was thinking of. I just don't think I've played this on the PlayStation. Is it on PC as well?
I actually can't remember. There we go. I was trying to work out which button activates the door. Oh, yeah, these little things.
I've definitely played this. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic game, this is.
It is absolutely awesome. Tons of fun. I know I say tons of fun a lot, but this is really good, although Dave's getting hammered. Yeah, Alien Trilogy.
It is. Yeah, it is tons of fun. I'm just confused to why it's called Trilogy. But anyway.
it must have scenarios, maps, enemies from all 3 Alien films, is what I can gather from
Good
this.
point. Yeah,
Well, I can't,
good point.
Can't,
so it's
can't go
so it's a
through there.
narrative. It's a narrative story thing. That's cool, mate. I only wanted to have a quick look just to see what Alien it was, and it is the one I was thinking.
Yeah,
What's
Alien
the
trilogy.
barrels, man?
Anyway, let's move on to Demo 1, version 4. Well, this may seem like deja vu, but trust me, this is Demo 1, version 4. So let's have a quick look at this one. Now, I say quick look, because as soon as Mike sees the games, he's going to feel right at home. So tech, it's exactly the same. So we'll come back out of there. We'll have a quick look at movies to see whether it's the same movie. I can't remember if it was or not. Oh, look at that. Broken Sword.
Oh, this is the one we had. This is the disc we owned.
Yeah, it's the same one I had. So Broken Sword. I just need to skip back out of that because it's going to start showing it.
Yeah, I knew straight away because Broken Sword is one of my favourite video games on the PS1.
Yeah, here we go. Is it going to let me skip? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I remember Broken Sword fondly. I did play it for a while.
Yeah, also on PC.
Yeah.
The PC version is slightly better, has to be said, but just what a game.
So, let's go to the games. We've got to do it.
There we go.
Crash Bandicoot. Actua Golf.
Yeah.
Descent, which we've covered. Die Hard. Yes, it is Die Hard Trilogy. Toshinden 2. Power Soccer. Ridge Racer Revolution. Tekken 2. Mike.
There it is. There
Formula
it is.
1.
You knew what I was waiting for.
Monster Trucks. And look at this. This demo disc was so good. Look. Wipeout 2097.
And Destruction Derby 2.
And a rolling
And
demo.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yep, a rolling demo of Destruction Derby 2, though, not playable at this time. So,
Okay. Let's quickly... I'm not saying to play it, but Die Hard, wasn't that just the airport level?
It was. Yes, it was. Do you
In
want
the
me
demo.
to quickly jump into it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Go on then, just jump into it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a look.
This is the... I was going to say this, but Die Hard trilogy out of the 3 games on the disc, this is my least favourite. I'm sure we talked about this on the Christmas special before.
Okay, so why was that? What was it? Was it just this particular level, this particular Die Hard
I just
game
don't
that they gave you?
No, I just don't like this style of game, light gun kind of gaming. It's not for me. Whereas I adored the is it Die Hard, the first game on the disc is the one you're on foot.
Yeah, it is. I find it strange that they chose to put the Die Hard 2, the light gun game, on this demo disc when most people probably wouldn't have had a light gun on day one.
I thought the same.
Oh, I remember that. You just heard some Murray Walker glitching. That actually happens on a real PlayStation with that disc, because I remember it.
Oh yeah, it was Murray Walker, like you see, the F1 commentator, for those who don't know. That's weird. Is it just jumping over to another audio CD track briefly?
Yeah, jumping over to another sample, which somehow happens to be Murray Walker commentary from the F1 demo. But yeah.
Which we will have a look at straight after this, because it's one of my favourite games. But
yeah, you get the picture.
I mean, this is good. It's a good game. That is a good game. It's just the worst out of the 3 for me. I loved the driving one. I know you're not too hot on the driving one anymore.
It's okay. I went back and played it recently, actually, because a friend of mine was talking about Die Hard Trilogy at work, and I thought, let's try the 3rd one, because even he said to me, I love the 3rd one, and it's not bad. I can see why I liked it as a kid.
Oh, that's right. It's the racing is the 3rd stage, isn't it? The light gun, like you say, is the 2nd one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
F1.
it's enough about Die Hard. We've talked about Die Hard the last 2 hours now. F1, let's take a look at one of the best Formula 1 games of all time.
Yeah, absolutely, on the PlayStation. And I will also mention a small fact about Formula 1, which, shall I wait until we actually get to Formula 1 when we cover it on the channel, rather than doing it with the demo?
Yeah, save it.
I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it, because it's quite an interesting factoid. So here we go.
I loved that little loading icon with the disc spinning like that. It was so cool.
So did I. And I played this demo absolutely to death.
I did as well.
Love this game. And I mean,
this would have been around the time when I was really into F1 as well on the TV, like watching it every weekend.
Yeah, so was I. Do you remember what I said to you in WhatsApp about the music?
Yeah.
You see, we're getting the music and not the commentary, which is a shame.
Yes. Oh, of course, because it's the demo. Yeah, the commentary in the full game is incredible, by the way.
It is. It's very, very good. So, yeah, Formula 1, here we go. Damon
Hill in the Williams Renault.
At the Nürburgring. Absolutely awesome this game was. Loved the hell
out of it.
As an aside,
mate, what happened to Williams? Like, these days, they're not very good, are they? Williams Mercedes, as they're now known as.
Part of that is due to money, to be honest with you. Other teams, like your Ferraris, your Mercedes, have got massive budgets. Williams, I think, was always a privateer team. They started having some bad results. And, yeah, money. Money's the big reason why they're not as good as they used to be.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I had fond memories of watching Hill speed round in this car. Look at this game.
The guy that designed this car and Damon Hill's championship-winning car and Villeneuve's is actually now at Red Bull. You know Adrian Newey, famous car designer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And that's part of the reason why Red Bull are so good and so dominant.
Yeah, their car's unstoppable at the moment, guys. And if you have no interest in Formula 1, I do apologise, but I think it's quite apt because Dave and I are big Formula 1 fans. Dave a bit bigger than me. You don't really watch it as much now, do you, mate? Or you're not as immersed in it, I should say, as you used to be. I'm
not as immersed, mainly because I don't like the cars and the rules. I think the rules are all over the place. They're inconsistent, and it's just not as enjoyable to watch anymore.
Yeah, it's going the same way as our beautiful game, the footy, as well. There's just too much money involved in both sports now. But this video game is timeless.
Yes.
And it's still so good. Can you change the camera angles in the demo?
You can.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I used to play on the same camera that you had at the beginning, though.
That one.
That's what I used to play with, because you could see more of the track.
So did I with Formula 1 games, exactly the same as you. I could not do that with the Formula 1 game because of how fast it is.
No.
So that was Formula 1. Any other games on Demo 1 version 4 before we jump into Demo 1 version 5?
No, let's get to version 5.
Let's do it. Yep, you're getting deja vu, but I can assure you again, this is Demo 1 version 5. So the aesthetic is very similar. Let's have a quick look at the tech. It's probably going to be the same. It's probably going to troll me. Yes, it is.
It reminds me, the whole presentation of the TV, the video game television magazine show we had on ITV called Bad Influence.
Ooh, so these are videos of a couple of games. Soul Blade, which was a fighter. I loved it.
I remember Soul
And
Blade,
Roscoe McQueen, which is quite an interesting firefighting game. But we won't watch those. We'll get into the games.
Roscoe McQueen, that does not ring a bell at all, I have to say. But anyway, Abe's Odyssey.
Yep. Overboard. Karushi, also known as Intelligent Q if you're from North America. Rapid Racer. Rage Racer. Porsche Challenge. Life Force Tenka. Hercules.
Let's play Overboard.
Let's go for Overboard. Here we go. I think have you ever seen this or ever played this before?
I don't know. That's why I said let's play it, because it doesn't ring a bell for me at all, Overboard.
Let's try Overboard.
I'm thinking of the movie with Meg Ryan.
Oh, okay. So,
and Kurt Russell. Was that called Overboard? But anyway,
yes, I think it was. Yes, I think it was. So, we are going to have a part 2 to these demo discs. Part 2 will be the magazine cover disc that you got on the PlayStation. And there'll also be a part 3 because I've got some special demos to show Mike, and we'll go through those as well. So,
what is this?
This is Overboard. I've just got to remember how you play the damn thing. Here we go.
Wow, what? Oh, is it? This is very, very unusual.
It is. I think this is made by Psygnosis as well.
They had quite the time of it developing for the PlayStation, didn't they, Psygnosis? They had a good relationship with Sony.
They were bought by Sony, quite early on. So they were very, very keen to develop games for the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. This is
game,
cool. I would have liked this.
Yeah, I played this on a demo disc, on a magazine cover disc back in the day, and I did like it. I thought it was a really cool, interesting game. You get some enemy ships, here they are. So yeah, the idea is to try and blast them before they blast you. Oh, Dave's doing a terrible job of it. I'm getting absolutely pummeled.
Yeah, I have to hold my hands up, mate. I haven't played this at all. This passed me by.
Yeah.
What a game. Just goes to show the PS1's vast library of games. There's games I've forgotten.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Dave's going to die. I've just found... Oh, there you go. There you go. He doesn't die just yet. So you can change weapons. You can use the L2 and R2 shoulder buttons to change weapons. Oh, what they
I like the Monkey Island style music.
It's good, isn't it? Hey, 2 down. And look at that. The next section of the level's available. Whoa, okay. Yeah, that's why I've got rockets, because that helicopter or helicraft, whatever you want to call it. Airship, yeah. I can blow it up. So yeah, that's Overboard. Is there any other demos on Demo 1 version 5 that you'd like to take a look at?
Let's have a look at one more game, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Start and select, or just go to quit. Overboard, though, good game. I can definitely recommend it.
Yeah, might cover that for old school, because that has got me intrigued, that game. Look, like you say, very cool.
Very, very
20
cool.
sprawling levels.
It also is 2 players, so we can play that either an old school or on the couch. Or
how would that work, 2 players? Does it take turns,
screen.
Or is it...
Split screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a split screen affair, which is really good. So, back to the games. What would you like to look at?
You choose, man. Your choice now.
If I'm going to choose a game from this, I'm probably going to go for Porsche Challenge. Because, again, in the future, I'd like to cover this game on old school at some point.
I was hoping you'd choose this. I loved this game. Absolutely loved it.
So did I. An awesome game. Again, a fun arcadey racing game. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. The PS1 had so many good... I don't want to just say racers, because Destruction Derby isn't strictly a racer, of course, but, like, we had the Ridge Racers, we had this, we had the Destruction Derbies. It was just... we had just so many good cool car games.
We did. And this one isn't just your average licensed racer, which is just going to be a load of crap and a load of garbage like you sometimes saw. This is actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing this game.
Yeah, I was addicted to this game. This is what Chase HQ could and should have been. Because I like Chase HQ, don't get me wrong. It's it precedes this. It's an old game, but...
Yeah.
It's going for that whole atmosphere, or that vibe, I should say. Look at this. This hasn't aged today either. This looks wonderful.
It does, and we're not even doing any kind of upscaling. So what the viewers are seeing is pretty much exactly what you're going to see on a real PS1 if you played this demo or this game. It looks exactly like this. If we upscaled, we could make this look really nice, almost like a PS2 game.
Yeah, is this a track racer, strictly a track racer, or is there point to point as well? I can't remember.
I think this is just track racing from my memory. And Dave's not doing very well. There you go, time's up. So here we go, Demo 1, version 6. And you'll notice that everything's looking a bit different this time around. We've got a language selection screen.
What's the goldfish about?
You'll see, because the theme of this is all underwater. So when we get to the menu, it's quite different to what you've just experienced with the other 2. Or the other 5, I should say. So yeah, we get a lovely funky intro. We'll skip that. Here you go.
Wow.
Yeah, so games. Let's just quickly look at the videos to see what's in there. It's probably just going to be game videos. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid's on there. Spice World, oh my god.
Spice World.
Spyro the Dragon. Crash Bandicoot 3. Yeah, that was a good game. And then back to MGS. So I don't want to use those. Notice how it's taken me out of that part and it's going to put me somewhere else. There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's a cool little design. It's quite trippy though, I think. So
it's a bit annoying though, isn't it? It's like, just give me a menu so I can get to the games. Like,
ooh.
But again, it's showcasing the PlayStation's tech.
Gran Turismo.
Oh, the first Gran Turismo.
Tekken 3. Medieval, which a lot of people like Medieval.
I don't like it.
Cooler World.
I remember you did Cooler World, a video on that, on your channel many years ago.
I did, and we're back to Gran Turismo, so not that many demos on this. So, which one would you like to take a look at?
Let's go. You choose, man. You choose.
Okay, let's have a look.
I was going to suggest something that we haven't looked at, a style of game we haven't looked at. Maybe something like Cooler World.
Yeah, okay. Let's go for Cooler World. It is a game that I physically own as well, and it's quite an uncommon PlayStation game, so it's quite pricey.
Yeah, it is actually.
So let's have a look at this one. Cooler World, or Cooler Quest, depending on where you are in the world.
It's cooler world in our region, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I think cooler quest in North America.
Or have we got it the wrong way round? I can't remember.
Cooler world, here we go. This game was super cool.
I love this game.
It's like a maze game with a beach ball, and the idea is to collect these items, I suppose I should say. And there's a key that gets you to the end of the level, so that's going to give me some extra time.
Did you buy this game back in the day?
No, like we're doing here, I sampled it on a demo disc and that was it. So that's the end of that level.
I do wonder if this was one of those games. Sometimes on the PlayStation you could pick up like 20 quid games. I wonder if it was one of those.
Ooh, I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing to find out, because this was Sony developed. So,
okay.
So I'm not sure. But yeah,
because... Sorry, mate. I was just going to say, this is a sort of game that I'd happily play for hours, but I wouldn't want to pay 35, 40 quid for it.
No, exactly that. This is... I'm glad you said that, because it feels like a bargain basement type game. It's very, very straightforward.
Right, it is. It's cool as hell.
Yeah.
But again, is it premium? Should it be premium price? No, in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe it was. Maybe it was a budget game.
Hey! And Dave has messed it up. So, shall we now take a look at another demo disc? Shall we go for...
Let's do it.
Demo 1, version 7 to round things off in the first episode of Demo Discs. You're probably getting another sense of deja vu, but this is definitely another Demo 1. Demo 1 version 7, and this is the last one that we're going to cover in this particular episode. So
yeah, I'm definitely getting deja vu, mate. This has been like one long fever dream.
So the aesthetics are very similar. In fact, it's a bit of a theme that you've seen with the other Demo 1s. So here we go. Again, another funky intro. We'll get past that.
Yeah, I know I joke, but this has been super interesting for me because it's bringing back so many memories, and that's what this channel's about, guys. It's about memories, nostalgia. We've got the same seahorse BS again.
We have. Metal Gear Solid is one of the videos. I was going to say as well, there isn't any tech demos. There's literally just videos or games, and it was the same on the last demo disc that we took a look at, which was version 6. We've got Spice World and Metal Gear Solid, it looks like. So I hope you like those games, because I like Metal Gear Solid, but Spice World I didn't like.
What if you go to video, what's the choices there?
So the choices are Metal Gear Solid or Spice World.
Oh, they're the videos, yeah?
Yeah, they're the videos that we can play. So
let's have a look at Metal Gear Solid video just to see how they present the whole thing. I'd be interested in finding out.
Here we go.
Unless you really want... Oh, look at that. I was going to say unless you really wanted to get your Spice Girls fix, mate. But
oh, God. Someone that I knew back in the day did actually have that game.
Are you kidding me? Like,
I'm not
joking.
People
bought that game.
I'm not joking. Someone did have it. Here we go. This looks awesome, the way they're presenting this.
And... they're remaking this game, aren't they? They're remaking them all for PS5, and we should see them either late this year, beginning of next year. I cannot wait.
That is going to be awesome, because I absolutely loved the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games in particular.
This game is probably my favourite PlayStation game. It blew me away. It was. I know I always use this phrase but it, ahead of its time really does apply to this. Hideo Kojima's genius was... I mean, it was just so obvious in this game. It is incredible. It still is incredible. It's a bit tricky to play today, though, mate. Have you played the HD... what they call, like, the HD sort of version of this on... is it GameCube?
Ooh. Is that Twin Snakes? No, Twin Snakes is the... No, I don't think I have. There is a Metal Gear HD collection, but no, I've not played it.
Yeah, there is a version of this slightly shinier. Let us know in the comments, guys. I'm sure it's GameCube, because I have played it.
It is GameCube. Yeah, it is GameCube. I just can't remember the title of it. You're absolutely right.
Because this is rough to play now, guys. Metal Gear 1, as good as this is, it really does show its age when you play it now. You get into some really awkward, tricky camera angles. It's very difficult to play now. But
totally agree. It's one of those games that, in terms of the game itself, the setting, everything else, the action, has aged well. But the actual controls and how fiddly it is to play and how stiff it is has aged terribly, in my opinion.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
But it's so cool seeing the way they've done this footage, just little snippets of different areas.
Yeah.
It's all very well done, but Sony just did not let us down, did they? You really pay for what you get with Sony.
You do, yeah, absolutely. The system they produced, and this, by the way, was their first console as well. They got it absolutely right. And it's games like this that show you just how right they got it.
Yeah, they were catering for an audience that hadn't been catered for, because Nintendo were making your cutesy, colourful games, and the older gamers wanted something, didn't they? But anyway, yeah, that was cool, man.
That was Metal Gear Solid, the video. So, we'll check out the games that are available on Demo 1, version 7. Let's have a look when it comes back to the trippy underwater menu again.
Loading.
Yeah. Definitely is. Here we go.
I should have tried doing some PlayStation 1 loading noises.
You mean the CD noises? Maybe you can add some in as sound effects afterwards. Ah! Ah! There you go. Some really terrible ones.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Right, so we've got Gran Turismo. I'm getting deja vu here. Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
They didn't do much with this one then. Medieval again.
Medieval. I don't like Medieval. It's boring as
Cooler
hell.
World again.
Let's have a look at...
Tombi. Here we go. There's a different game. Tombi. Yeah. And then Buster Groove.
Oh,
so
Buster Groove.
This is definitely different to the last one. Spyro.
And Spyro the Dragon. Okay.
Yeah, and then back to... Oh, Crash 3. Playable Crash 3.
Let's look at Crash 3.
Yeah,
Let's look at that.
Here we go. I like the fact they show you the controls. That's cool.
Yeah. It's all very well done. Yeah, if I had a gripe, it would be those really silly, slow menus. Like, it's just over extravagant for the sake of being extravagant. Naughty Dog. This is where it all began for Naughty Dog, I think. Or there might be a few games before this they developed, but people know them for this.
Yeah.
Last of Us and Uncharted games, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think this is pretty much where they got their break, if you like, and people knew them for Crash Bandicoot. So there you go.
Unpopular opinion, mate, before we wrap this up. I'm not that fussed on the Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, okay. So you don't like these particularly?
It's not that I don't like them, but I just think they're overrated. It's just, maybe it's because I found them extremely tricky to play.
Oh,
it might be that.
Yeah, they were. Also, I don't know what it is when it comes to me in 3D platformers. I still like my 2D platformers better than the 3D platformers, even when this came out.
Yeah, platformers for me... I talked about this on the Super Mario Sunshine video I did a few weeks ago. As good as Mario 64, etc. is, Mario 3, nothing can beat it for me. Like you say, that 2D platformer style of game... is how I enjoy my platformers as well. But I want to make it clear, guys, I don't think this is a bad game. I also think it's because the PS1 was more of an adult gaming console compared to the Nintendo. I was just playing other stuff on there, like F1 and actual golf and that kind of game, the more simulation experience games, if you like. I'd had enough of platformers at this point.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm with you. I mean, this game, as good as it is, and I do think it's good, I still prefer the classic 2D platformers. I was the same when a friend of mine introduced me to Mario 64. I couldn't get to grips with it.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this has been... I was going to say this has been an eye-opener, but that's dramatic. It's been fantastic, mate.
It's been interesting. The trip down memory lane, looking at some demos. Me and Mike both definitely had Demo 1 version 5, which was absolutely amazing. I played the living daylights out of it. I only had that and one game to start with for quite a while.
What's next, mate, in Episode 2?
Episode 2, we've got some magazine demo discs from the official UK PlayStation magazine, which we'll check out. Me and Mike will have a look at the list of demos. We'll pick a few that we think are interesting and we'll show them to you. Thanks for Mike for joining me on DaveStation, and we will see you when Episode 2 is here.